She said it as if she were asking me to pass the salt. No tremor in her voice, no guilt. Just a quiet ultimatum whispered across the kitchen island like it was nothing. Watch or stay out of my way. Her phone buzzed while she said it. His name flashed. She didn't bother turning the screen away. I remember the humming of the refrigerator, the soft drip of the faucet, the way the world narrowed until it felt like the house itself was holding its breath. Two choices, both poison. I didn't answer her. I just studied her expression, too calm, too rehearsed. A woman preparing for a performance she'd been anticipating for months. She watched me like she was waiting for a crack, a plea, a collapse. Instead, I poured myself a glass of water. Her eyebrows twitched, almost imperceptibly, confusion creeping in when the explosion she expected never came. Inside, I felt something quiet split open. Not rage, not sorrow, clarity. She went upstairs after that, probably to text him back, probably to plan logistics. I stood alone in the kitchen, staring at nothing. Two choices. She thought she owned the board. She didn't see the third option forming in the silence she left behind. It hadn't started tonight. I see that now. It began weeks earlier, maybe months. Little fractures in the routine she tried to keep polished. Late showers, turned over phones, a new perfume she found in a drawer. Nights where she came home with her smile slightly misaligned, the way a mask slips if you wear it too long. I told myself it was stress, work, life. But suspicion has a pulse, a rhythm you can't unhear once it starts. The first real tremor hit the night I found her sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at a message she closed too quickly. Her shoulders tightened when she realized I was watching. "Just work," she said. Too fast, too flat. Then the dream started, hers, not mine. She murmured a name in her sleep. Not mine. I lay awake beside her, staring at the ceiling while the name echoed between my ribs like someone knocking from the inside. I didn't confront her. Not then. Fear doesn't speak. It observes. It catalogs. A stranger's cologne on her scarf, deleted call logs, conversations that ended the moment I walked into the room. She thought she was subtle. She wasn't. Still, I waited. I wanted more than suspicion. I wanted the truth to indict itself. When you love someone, investigating them feels like autopsy work. Cold hands cutting through something that once lived. I played the dutiful husband while my mind became an archive of hidden details. I checked the phone plan, extra data spikes around midnight. I checked our shared calendar, appointments she'd forgotten to fabricate. I checked the drawer where she kept old letters, one envelope missing. But the breaking point came from something smaller, an Uber receipt, a route she never mentioned, a neighborhood where he lived. My pulse didn't spike, it slowed. She kissed me goodnight that evening. Her lips felt practiced, like someone mimicking affection instead of offering it. I didn't sleep, I just waited. In the morning, she left early, claiming a meeting. But I already had her phone backed up. Every message, every deleted note, every whisper she thought she buried. The picture sharpened with each detail. Her ex, the one who had ruined her life. The one she swore she'd never speak to again. The one she was now willing to burn our marriage over. I wasn't angry. Anger is loud. This was surgical. I ordered the report that afternoon. Not on him. On her phone's GPS logs, synced photos, cloud backups, everything she didn't know she'd given me access to. By the time it arrived, I already knew the truth. I just needed it printed. Physical, undeniable. Ink has a way of stripping away excuses. The envelope came 2 days later, thin, clinical, indisputable. I placed it on the dining table and waited for her to get home. She walked in humming, carrying takeout from the place we used to love. She set the bags down, smiling at me like nothing was rotting beneath the surface. "What's that?" she asked, eyeing the envelope. "Read it," I said. My voice didn't shake. It didn't need to. She opened it. Her face drained slowly, like someone pulling the plug on her bloodstream. GPS timestamps, photo backups, screenshots she thought were deleted forever. Her hand flew to her mouth. It's not," she began. I just watched her drown in her own silence. The lies tried to surface. They died before reaching her lips. For the first time in months, she couldn't look at me. That was my confirmation long before the paper offered it. I wasn't the one trembling. She was. She asked me what I wanted, a sob disguised as a question. I told her the truth, delivered as calmly as she'd delivered her ultimatum 2 nights earlier. "You gave me 2 choices," I said. "Watch you betray me, or step aside while you did it anyway." Her eyes widened, recognition settling in. But I chose the third option, silence, heavy as a closing door. "You're going to pack," I continued, "tonight, before I rearrange my life without you." Her breath hitched. She thought I meant violence. I didn't. Violence is messy. I prefer precision. She reached out, desperate. I stepped back. She broke. The kind of breaking that isn't loud, just hollow. The kind that comes from realizing the person you underestimated has finally withdrawn the last thread holding your world together. She whispered my name like a lifeline. I didn't offer her one. She packed by midnight. Didn't beg again. Didn't explain. Explanations are for salvageable things. When she closed the door behind her, the house didn't feel empty. It felt corrected. I walked through each room, touching nothing, letting the quiet settle into my bones. There were no tears, no shaking, just the dull awareness that something rotten had been cut away. The kind of relief that only comes after a long, unnecessary pain finally stops throbbing. I sat at the kitchen island, the same place she'd given me her ultimatum. Her chair was still slightly pulled out. I pushed it in, slow and deliberate. And in the small, echoing quiet of that movement, one truth crystallized. Some people don't deserve to watch you walk away. They deserve to watch what they lost.